12:15 on May 12th. And we'll do the roll call there, Sue.
Board Member Yankovich.
Present.
Board Member Reister is absent. Board Member Doyle.
Here.
Board Member Pasquale.
Here.
Board Member Larkin.
Here.
Board Member Lonick.
Here.
Board Member McClure. Here. Board Member Springer.
Here.
And Chair Reagan.
Here. And we need a motion to approve the absence.
So moved.
Cliff, is there a second?
Second.
And any opposition or any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Approval of the agenda. We'll need a motion for that. Mike, is there a second?
Yes. Second.
Cliff, and any discussion or changes? If none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And approval of the minutes from the two previous meetings from April 21. We need a motion for each one or just to talk one?
I have some changes on both of them.
Okay.
On public comments, 6 for the meeting of the 21st, with regards to the LARA project. In the second line, second sentence, trail runs. I'd like to change the trail runs to the trail extension is proposed to run. If that is the way I understand it, that's the way I understood we talked about it last time.
Which line?
Second sentence, second line. The second sentence is the trail runs.
Okay.
And I'd like to change it to the trail extension is proposed to run. And then also in the third line, the trail will to the trail is proposed to come down Alton Dash.
Okay.
And then next to the last line behind maintenance, the sentence says Lara maintains the trail in regards to maintenance, but I'd like to add, but not consistent with city sidewalk ordinance.
Okay, and it is a proposed trail. And they're talking about extending it, so those are semantics, but that's correct. Any other, you had another one?
Not in the, on the 21st.
Okay. Okay, any, need a motion for the April 21 meeting approval then?
So moved.
As amended.
As amended. And second,
I'll say.
Brian. Any further discussion or changes? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And I'll need a motion to the April 29th meeting.
With regards to the minutes of that, and with regards to the motion, it was moved by Lonick, supported by Springer, to approve an expenditure of up to $30,000 to cover costs related. I'd like to add in there and to offset anticipated condemnation proceedings costs.
Right. Get that, Sue?
Yes.
Okay. Any other changes, corrections? Need a motion to approve the April 29th special meeting?
So moved.
Dean, is there a second?
Second.
Brian, any further discussion or changes, corrections? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, moving on to treasurer's report.
Our current balance is $820,911. I just wanted to note under capital outlay appropriated, $30,000 should be added for the South Monroe parking lot. It's approved at the special meeting.
Where would that have appeared had it been included there, Sue?
Just under this very bottom, under appropriated, but it a portion of it is included under capital outlay, the 92,000. Because as you see in the check disbursement report, we had some payments to Sun Title and Canfield.
Make a motion that the treasury report be approved as submitted.
Okay, is there a second? Second. Okay, Mike, any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And public comments for items not on the agenda.
Well, is the Riverwalk development, that plan, is that on the agenda?
Say that again?
Is the Riverwalk, I spoke last time about the granite chess table, is that on the agenda? Otherwise I can get up and make my comments.
You can, it's not on our agenda.
You've been under the Riverwalk stage and showboat master plan?
Old
Okay, that's what it
business.
is. Okay. Yeah, it is included then. Any other public comments?
I just have one. I'm Mark Anderson from Laura. Just want to report to the board that Laura is still currently working on the plans for the trail extension, and we'd like to meet with Mr. Lonick and some of the other residents and come back and visit you next month with our request.
Okay, we can put that on the agenda.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Mark. Okay, moving on to old business. Any updates on the downtown development plan?
Nothing.
Nope. South Monroe parking lot? You?
As you know, last Friday, the project was approved to proceed, and so they did, and the project is underway. The Button Factory Foundation is down, and the sanitary sewer installation has started. They'll continue with water main next week. We don't have a firm schedule. We've requested one, but we're looking at probably 3 weeks. The contract deadline is the 1st of June, so far so good. So thank you for your efforts in moving that along.
Do you know when you're going to be shutting the water off to switch over?
Don't, but you will be getting a heads up prior to any of that. It won't be at the last time.
Do you know how far ahead? Sorry, it's just because we have clients, so we'd have to call everybody to switch them around. So if we could have at least like 2 days.
Usually not that far in advance, but we'll just make sure that we'll get it as far in advance as possible.
Any idea how long it would be cut off for? I mean, is it a couple hours or a whole day, or?
Again, I don't want to speak for the contractor and then have you disseminate incorrect information.
Okay.
So,
Well, I talked to one about it, and he said it would probably be 4 hours at the least.
okay.
So
Be
that's
careful.
why.
If you ask 3 folks, you'll get 3 answers.
Right.
But our goal is to minimize disruption and to give you as much advance notice as possible. Thank you for your patience.
Sure.
Just to note too that you can see that we spent over $30,000 in terms of closing costs and acquisition. It was, Sue had provided, it was about 900 and some dollars, 971 over.
Correct, which I didn't charge the 971 to the DDA.
And there'll be some additional legal costs involved too.
It's on the acquisition and the transfer? No, okay. Okay, nothing else, we'll proceed to anything on economic development? None, then we'll move on to Riverwalk Stage Master Plan, continue the discussion. I assume that includes...
We don't have anything right offhand. We've been so busy with across the street, so. Karen said she is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, obviously, yeah, she can go ahead and speak.
Hello, Karen Wade again, city resident and business owner, Flat River Antique Plant. I'm also the coordinator for the middle school chess club, which has been going strong for 10 years. And several years ago, they wanted to make a project of putting a granite chess table with benches in Lowell. And we are very excited about that project. And what I really would like is just for it to, we're looking at maybe the summer or fall of 2017. And the chess club is willing to go out and raise money and sell bricks and pavers and do all kinds of things towards the project. So what I thought I would just do today is propose that the DDA kind of co-sponsor this project with the chess club. I'm not sure how all that works, but I was hoping that the DDA would consider maybe matching what the chess club is able to raise. The project, when it was bid by the granite company 2 years ago, it was going to be $2,800, but then they set the plan on about $2,000 more for cement work. So I was hoping to propose that the DDA would match anything the chess club raises with the goal of having this ready to go fall, summer of 2017, and even maybe to limit what you guys would pledge to $2,500. But the chess club will do the rest of that, and they're fully capable of it. And I think it'll be a wonderful project for Lowell. And like I've talked to Parks and Rec, I did talk to Mark Howard, who was city manager, and everyone was all go and enthusiastic about it as a project. So I want to keep it moving forward if possible. Any questions?
I haven't seen the master plan that they're proposing yet. I don't know if the rest of the DDA has seen that, but.
For the option A that they came up with?
Right.
What they did was, it was included as part of the KDL Reading Garden, and the Friends of the Library, they have set up a specific account at Huntington just for that project, because we thought we would be, probably moving ahead with it by now. So that's all in place, and it was part of option A, which was the chosen project. That I dropped a copy of it off last meeting, and but we don't know what's happening with that entire plan. So
Right. So we, I guess all I can say is continue to remind us about it, about the plans. I can't give you a deadline when that plan is going to be, implemented or part of it. Where it would be located, that's not my forte to, have a designer come up with that.
and I realize that, and just kind of along the lines of, be nice to get something kind of, just at least kind of like some parameters where there is a way to meet the goal. I was hoping the DDA would be okay with, matching the chess club funds with a limit.
And so far, the granite company said it's going to cost about $2,800.
$2,800 is for the,
Another $2,000 for cement work.
yeah.
So you're thinking a total of $4,800.
No, we're just rounding it to 5,000 because I checked with the granite people, and they said to figure on 5 to 10% increase each year that we go past when the estimate was written, just to plan that way.
Karen, has the club undertaken any fundraising efforts for this specific project so far?
Yes. In fact, next Friday night, they're hosting, it's called the May Mixer at Growaway, and it's when the chess club hosts it. We have three elementary schools, 5th grade classes that are from 3 different schools. We bring them together to meet the current 6th and 7th grade classes. It's called the May Mixer. And the chess club, that's a fundraiser they do. And part of that money goes to a scholarship. The middle school chess club is able to give $500 a year to a graduating senior from the high school. And then the money up and above and beyond that will go to the fund. We also have a $200 grant from the women's club that they gave us this year towards the project. And so they do fundraising. They do a car wash every year, and that money's extra.
So, I guess the point being, you feel confident at this point that it's unlikely the club could raise $4,800 on its own toward this project in a year?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's why shooting for 2017 is, and that also links up with the Rotary's next auction, because the chess club the last auction, we were set to do, to donate a brick and a paver as part of the auction. And then that was going to kind of market the fact that we'd be selling those also. And so it all seems to be nicely lining up with 2017. And that seems like that's a nice amount of time too to still think of what's happening with the Riverwalk development.
Okay, anybody want to make a motion or anything to tentatively commit, if that's possible? I'd like to see the project, proceed, and,
I think it's not a lot of money, and it's a really nice thing for the community. Everyone we've approached and told about it has been enthusiastic, and they like the idea.
I wasn't here at the last one, I'm sorry. Are you talking about the chessboard in the sidewalk where you would have them move things, or actual
No.
sitting bench?
It's actual table with it engraved, etched in. I've got the description there from the granite company, and with 2 permanent benches. And it would be mounted on a cement, like patio type foundation. And then the chess club is donating chess sets to the library, and then people can either bring their own chess sets, regular table size, or check out the library and play chess. Nobody here plays chess.
No, I know. Have you seen them elsewhere?
Well, I've seen the big ones, actually. I think they're wonderful.
The
But,
ones on the ground, yeah.
yeah, but that would be a...
This would be elevated like on the table.
Right, the table itself will have a chess set etched into it, and it'll have 2 colors of granite. And so it's perfectly usable as a regular table with benches, but it has the option of people being able to play chess at it also. The ones with the large sizes, where would they store the pieces? Who would be, responsible for checking them out? When the library's closed, how would people on the weekends play that? And so.
And they're in large plazas,
part of me says this, continue to do your fundraising, and when you have your 2,500 and you have a firm dollar amount from what it would cost, I'd be happy to, entertain, the idea again. I'd like to see a picture or a rendering of it or something
It's right
like
here.
that too.
I'd have that to turn in.
Nobody's saying no, but I don't hear anybody making a motion at this point either.
Well, the worst that could happen is we won't raise the money or the project won't happen, and then when I come here with the thing, then it'll be a no.
If you don't raise the 2,500, half of it, then that tells me that there's not a lot of public support for it too. And then maybe it wasn't meant to be. I would like to encourage you to continue with the fundraising and then maybe come back to us. Okay?
So give me a little goal here, like something, because I'd like it to really be kind of, a happening, like in place thing. So if you tell me $1,000, I'll be back pretty soon.
I can't tell you that. Anybody
I
want to
think,
make a motion?
the sooner that you raise the money,
All right.
your part, the more responsive the DDA will be to provide the other half.
Or how about by the next meeting, tell us what you raised so far after your mixer.
Okay.
Okay?
Because we have 200 and the mixer usually makes about 1,000. So
Okay.
all right.
That's a good seed money to start. Okay?
Do you need me to do anything like bring the actual official bank statement or?
No, just we believe you.
All right. All right.
Okay, thank you. New business sidewalk project.
We've, through Public Works, there were a number of sidewalk squares that were noted that need replacement. And these were all sidewalks that are in the DDA district that were put in by the DDA. And the proposal has been to have the DDA spend the money for those replacements. We've noted that there are 49 squares here that need replacement, and there's an estimated cost of $196.25 per square, which would give you just a little over $9,600. Also, it's been brought to my attention, and Rich Baumgart, I don't know if you've been introduced or not, but Rich is our new Public Works Director. And also, it's been brought to my attention that at the Trumbull Chiropractic, the sidewalk there has just been basically, the grade of it just made it so that there's water over the sidewalk. It needs replacement. So what I'm looking at is to have these replaced through the DDA.
And that's kind of public right away there too,
Yes.
sidewalks and the driveways, so it's not something that Trombley would be responsible for.
Right, it's just strictly the sidewalk. Anything that would have like his drive or anything like that would be his responsibility, but I'm talking about the sidewalk.
Okay. And any good reason why that has settled so much? I mean, just when the contractors put it in, maybe didn't?
My best guess is it just has settled over time and the snowplows have chipped away at it a little bit. So,
How about the other 43 sections? Is that just normal settling, or
I have
it's
not
not that
seen-
old? That sidewalk's not that old.
yeah, I've not seen those.
Most of them, and I'm going out with all the time, are where one is raised up and they're tripping hazards.
Steve,
Heaved, yeah.
There you go.
And it's probably cold winter.
So it's not like the cement's cracking, it's the
No,
ground.
There's a number where the cement is cracked and it's heaved, and that's probably roots.
I get concerned about it when people are walking or running.
Mhm.
Aren't the ones in the 600 block where that tree was? That tree that came out?
I don't know, that could be.
I mean,
I don't know. We're looking at just making sure that these are considered hazards.
can you need a motion?
Yep.
I'll make the motion.
Well, that was about $9,600 cost.
And then adding Tremblay to that.
And driveway, any idea what that's going to be?
I took a couple of photographs and I was trying to count the squares there. It looked like it was at least 8 squares and we have to go back a little bit more. So let's say 10 to 12 squares. Just to get the elevation out properly.
Yeah.
So,
Say 12,000.
okay, we'll do up to 12, and if there happens to be additional, we'll bring it to your attention. We'll include Tremblay in there.
Okay, a motion by Mike to pay up to 12 grand for the replacement of the defective sidewalks. Is there a second?
Second.
Cliff, any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, reports and member comments. Just only my comments is I'm glad to get the project at least started on that south, and appreciate the board for meeting promptly, and for Dave and Mr. Went, and all the hard work, the extra hours that you went making phone calls and contacts. That wasn't.
It was, talking about moving heaven and earth, it
Yeah.
felt that way. But I think that the property owners that we dealt with are very pleased with what the outcome was. And I talked with Jeff, and he seems to be very appreciative. I'm just glad that I appreciate your patience and your time that you've taken also in dealing with this issue. So I think it's something that we can all take pride in terms of the new parking lot. I think it's going to help our businesses, and it's just going to be an addition to this community. So.
Okay, next meeting, need one in June or anything major on the agenda?
I honestly, I don't know.
We
We might want to put a tentative date, and then if it turns out that there's no business items, then we could just cancel.
First Thursday in June is June 9, so tentatively, and check your emails, and if there's not a major reason to meet, in that, the summer, may not need to meet, but
You want June 9th?
June 9 would be the first Thursday of the month.
Or June
First,
2nd?
They're already set up.
Well,
First Thursday after the first
Monday.
Monday.
so that would be June 9th, I guess. Okay.
Okay. And we need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second, Brian. Is there a second by Mike Springer? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
That's scary.
We're good.
You didn't say it this time.